Political heavyweights have made their way to North Dakota over the last several weeks as the state's Democratic caucus draws near. Today, a former Texas senator came to the Red River Valley supporting Hillary Clinton. Valley News Team's Cornelius Hawker had a chance to speak with Wendy Davis, who told him her thoughts on Bernie Sanders and the recent State Department report slamming Clinton over her private email server.
She was, of course, reviled and criticized in ways that a man doing the same thing would not have been.
Former Texas Senator Wendy Davis spoke to a packed house of Hillary supporters about the challenges Clinton has faced over the years.
But what was so notable about it was the way she conducted herself in the face of all of that criticism.
On Wednesday, the State Department gave new life to old criticisms regarding Clinton's use of a private server to send emails.
What the State Department report revealed was that Hillary Clinton and other secretaries of state before her and high-up administrators in the State Department have used private systems for their emails.
Davis talked about ensuring gender equality and how Clinton was the candidate to do that. A question on a lot of Clinton supporters' minds: when will Bernie Sanders drop out and throw his support behind Clinton?
I love what he stands for. I think that people are believing that what he's saying can come true, and it can't come true. A Congress isn't going to vote for the things that he's supporting, but I do believe that he has certainly brought to the forefront some issues that are of interest to many people.
You know, he has every right to stay involved in this race up until the very end. What I hope is that we are going to come together as a party, that we are going to unify behind Hillary Clinton, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure that we do not elect Donald Trump as our next president.
Cornelius Hawker, Valley News Live.
As reported, no legal action is in the works to indict Clinton over her use of the private email server during her time as U.S. Secretary of State.